Hey, what's going on everyone? This is Brandon from One Ether, making a quick video all about Revelation Breathwork. So what you will need to be perfectly set up in your space, a yoga mat. I like to have a pillow that you can put under your knees for some low back support. I recommend an eye mask, an eye pillow, or a towel you can just toss over your eyes. It really helps to just drop into the journey and into the experience. And if you are doing this with us virtually, I definitely recommend some headphones. It really helps with the music, really helps with the beats, and helps to be able to hear my voice during the journey. So what we will be doing is considered Revelation Breathwork. And Revelation Breathwork uses a two-step diaphragmatic breath technique with a curated playlist, and the goal is to bring the nervous system to an altered state. And from this state, you can tap into areas of the body that store suppressed or repressed traumas, that store fears, doubts, worries, anxieties, essentially anything that might be taking up space in our heart and in our mind that is just no longer serving us anymore. So this is an opportunity to feel some of those things and trust that if they are no longer serving us, letting them go. So a little bit about the journey. You will be lying down, and I'll start with a grounding meditation to help drop in before we get into the active breath technique. The first third of the playlist, the first third of the journey, I consider active grounding. So slower, more melodic rhythms and beats, and this is really your time to find a pace of the breath that feels comfortable and aligned with you. So not forcing it in any way, not forcing it out in any way. Instead, just finding this beautiful flow with the breath and with the body that feels connected and aligned to you. Throughout the journey, the intensity of the music will pick up, and if and only if you're feeling comfortable with the breath, I'll invite you to pick up the rhythm, pick up the flow. There's going to be one song with greater energy, greater intensity. This is without a doubt my favorite part of the journey. We call it the primal scream song. So essentially this is your opportunity to give a voice to whatever's inside that needs to be let out and let go of. That looks and sounds different for everyone, whether that's a scream, a roar, a hoot, a holler, a yell, a laugh, a cry. It's just your opportunity to release and to let go and to create space for more joy and more love and more passion, more purpose, more of what will serve you. The final few songs of the journey where I ask you to return to your normal breathing in a Shavasana-like experience, and then we'll finish with a poem. For the breath technique itself, it will be in and out the mouth the entire time. For the other 23 and a half hours of the day, nasal breathing is definitely where it's at, but for this journey, for this experience, in and out through the mouth. So for the technique, I like to start with my right hand on my belly, my left hand on my chest and heart space to really feel the rhythm and the flow of the breath. So it's going to be a 2-part inhale, 1 part exhale to look and sound something like this. So belly, chest, exhale. Notice the exhale is just a simple letting go of the breath. It is not forced in any way. It is not just a simple letting go of the breath. Some common sensations that can come up when we're breathing like this: vibrations, tingling, some floaty feelings, maybe some heaviness in your chest. Trust that whatever sensations come up are safe. They are all part of the journey. It is just the energy that you're creating that is moving and flowing throughout your entire body, throughout every single cell in your body. Also, when we're breathing like this, we're taking in much more oxygen than we normally would. We're also releasing much more carbon dioxide than we normally would, which can cause, the medical term for it is tetany. Essentially, it's just cramping. But if it happens to you, it usually starts in your hands. So if they go from being flat on your stomach and on your chest, it usually happens about 8 or 10 minutes in. We'll go from this to some weird form of this, little lobster claws or T-Rex arms we call them. If and when that happens to you, the more that you can surrender to it and trust that whatever weirdness, whatever feelings and sensations might be happening in the body are safe and part of the journey, the deeper you can go. So when that happens to me, I go from this to this to this. Really just opening your heart and really just surrendering and really trusting. Other than that, like I said, vibrations, tingling throughout the entire body. When it comes to this experience and to this journey, the more that you can trust that the breath does the work, the deeper you can go. It's one of my favorite practices. It is without a doubt one of my personal favorite, deepest healing modalities that I've ever experienced, and I'm super grateful to be able to share it with you all. So we're looking forward to holding space, whether that's in person or virtually, and we'll see you at our next Breathe, Flow, and Let Go.